Alright guys, finally warm out. We're finally up in the 40s and 50 degrees out, so we can finally start getting these bikes outside. I have the two-stroke Rover with the Avenger 85 motor on it, and that thing's running and ready to go. And then of course my 224 Phatmoto all-terrain. I want to change something on this before we take it out, but we're gonna take this thing out because I really want to know how well my welds are gonna hold up. Because I've never welded aluminum before. That was my first time doing it, so I want to see how well it holds up. And then also I want to point something. I've been searching for one of these for God knows months, and I finally found one. It's called the moped, and it's got a 110 on it. It had a 110 fully automatic. I put a 110 with a 4-speed on it. Some fenders. I did some stuff to it. I'll have a video of the next video will be on this coming out. And this thing's actually pretty neat. It's pedal and everything. It's pedal. You can pedal it, ride as a bike. It works really well. But we'll go ahead and we'll get started on this on the all-terrain. So here's what I'm going to do. It's a shock absorber Seatpost. I saw these and I thought if it works, this actually would be kind of nice. Now there's one downfall or one problem with this with our Phatmoto frames is the jack shaft. Alright, so on the jack shaft, right here, you can't get all the way through. I don't know if I can shine, you're not going to be able to see down there. But basically what's happening is when you slide this all the way down, it's stopping like right about there and stopping from going down. So what I'm going to do is I ordered a 27 millimeter drill bit, and I got a socket, 13 millimeter socket that I'm going to weld right to the end of it. That way we can take extensions, and then I have a part that goes in my drill, and then that'll allow me to take this and drop it, and it's perfect for the it fits dead on perfect inside here. And then I'll be able to drill through that jack shaft into the other side, so then that Seatpost will be able to drop all the way through, and then we can actually test that out and see how well it works and stuff. On the Seatpost at the bottom, there's an Allen head right there, and that's how you adjust the tension on it. It seems to be pretty good, so we'll know when we get this done. So I'll go ahead and start getting this prepped, and we'll get this welded up, get this drilled out, get this in, and then get this bike running. Alright, there we go. I think it actually came out pretty good. I had one spot right there I kind of messed up on a tiny bit, but this is definitely going to hold. It's not going anywhere. So go ahead and let this cool down, and then go ahead and start drilling that frame out. Alright, so we got it on here. I got the drill all set up, and we'll just go real slow. And alright, so if I shine the light right there, you can now see all the way through the whole entire frame. So there's nothing blocking it now. So we will go ahead and see if we can't get this down inside there. I'm just adding a little bit of this to help it. There we go. Now the seat is kind of definitely higher. I like to see it all the way down, so I have to test out how that feels on it. But we'll go ahead and we'll get this thing outside and we'll take it for a test ride and see how this feels and stuff. This might be more towards like a mountain bike situation. I just thought, what the hell, I might as well try it for this. So we'll go ahead and get this thing outside and we'll take it for a ride. guys, it seems to be doing pretty good. The seat feels really comfortable. This thing is actually kind of, I almost want to put this on all my bikes. It's super comfortable. You can't really feel any bumps. My clutch is not fully engaging. I'm only getting just over in half, so I'm probably only reaching just into the second portion of the 30 series. I think I need to loosen that spring up a little bit. I put a little bit tighter belt on it, and now it's only getting about, top speed of 49 mile an hour. And yesterday with the longer belt, I got about 50 mile an hour, so I need to play with the spring a little bit. I did put a green spring in there, but I may have to put a little bit looser spring. It doesn't seem to want to netter engaging too early, and I needed to run out a little bit farther before it starts engaging. So we'll play with that and get that figured out, but besides that, the bike's doing pretty good. It's holding up decently, I should say. And the frame feels way more solid now too, since I re-welded the whole back end of that. It seems pretty solid now. You can actually goose it from a start, and it actually goes pretty good. Alright, let's double check everything since we've gotten that distance. Yeah, it seems to be holding up pretty good. Back end's still tight, so I guess we'll just keep pushing it. All right, guys, it's doing really good. I have no complaints. I rode this about 10 miles on this ride right here, and it's doing really good. Now, I rode this thing yesterday. I did a video yesterday of the ride of it, just like I just did here, but I shot it in 3K. Well, it came out super fuzzy, and I couldn't stand it. So I put it back into 4K, and now that's what I'm shooting this video in. But yesterday I was able to get 55 out of it. I did swap out. I got a whole bunch of belts, different sizes, and I tried a little bit smaller belt to see if it'll climb a little bit higher and change the gearing a little bit more. And actually, I think it slowed it down a little bit, so I may put the other belt back on. But I definitely got to play with the spring on the clutch. I need to figure out when it's trying to engage and see if it's either engaging too late or it's engaging too early. I just have to figure out where the in-between is at, because if it's gauging too early, then you're never going to get into the power to pull it through this full second. And if it's gauging too late, well then, yeah, you don't have enough there. So you just got to find that magic in between. So that's what I'll be doing next, to dial that in. But, I mean, cruising-wise, 45, super windy, 50 mile an hour when it's not windy, dragging you down. So, and two, the Seatpost. I highly recommend these Seatposts. That has made this bike so much more comfortable, and I'm about to do it to that one, and then any other bikes that I end up messing with, I may run these Seatposts, because that shock absorber, I weigh 260 pounds, and I'm not even bombing the thing out. So if you're looking for a rear comfortable seat, like, it's almost like having a rear suspension on it. So I'll have that in the description for that, and then also I'll put that drill bit in too, because if you're going to run this, you got to drill through the center like I did. So I will have that stuff in the description. But I hope you guys liked the video, and there's more to come. We'll see if we can get a little bit more speed out of it, but I don't want to go too much faster with it unless it wants to, but we'll see. So hit that like button, hit the subscribe button. Thanks for watching. See you guys next video.